Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is Friday. It is the 3rd day of June. Today is National Chocolate Macaroon Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. And, get ready for this. National Donut Day today.
Don't want to blow donut day.
You don't. Good day to have donuts, apparently. It's also National Egg Day. So you have donuts and eggs for breakfast. That's a pretty good day.
Okay.
And it's National Repeat Day because, when you're done with all this stuff, you're going to want to do it all over again. I mean, it sounds like a good day. And I'm super excited for my guest. Our guest is Phil Rosenthal. And if that name sounds familiar, it's probably familiar for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's got a show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil. Genius, by the way. Genius, because he gets paid to travel and eat.
A lot of people get paid to travel.
But he is also, for those of you who have ever been a fan of this program, Everybody Loves Raymond, he's the creator of that. Phil Rosenthal.
Such a phenomenal
It really
show.
was. I'm excited to visit with him. Phil Rosenthal. He'll be coming up later in the program. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. There's a new survey of new parents. One poll did this survey, and Sarah Vay, whoever that is, they found the most Googled questions about baby products and baby things. So one of the things, questions about feeding the baby, 40% of the time. So how do I feed a baby? Do babies like steak? No, that's maybe not one.
You would like to assume that they would teach you those things before you even leave the hospital with
Another
this
one is
child.
how to take care of skin, like diaper rash,
Right.
43%. Why their baby is crying, 38%. Why the baby is not sleeping, 37%. It says 38% of parents surveyed admitted that they were surprised by how little they actually knew about caring for a baby that first time, the first kid they have. So parent, on average, 56 times in the first year reached out to medical experts. So actually, 58 times they called mom and dad. 67 times reached out to medical experts. So
I will say nobody knows. I mean,
you learn.
You're going to be overwhelmed,
Yeah.
but it comes pretty instinctively.
Yeah.
It all just does come
Not for
together.
everybody, but for some. And if you need help, ask for help. That's
Yeah.
the good thing. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know it's Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee? They just recently celebrated that on Thursday, or it's coming up this Thursday. It says it's Thursday, but I don't know when I got this story.
What exactly is a platinum jubilee?
They're going to announce the return of imperial measurements. Government sources Johnson will confirm that retailers will soon be permitted to sell items in pounds and ounces rather than the grams and kilograms. For almost 60 years, the UK has used the metric system. It's been legal for items to be priced in pounds and ounces, but they were also required to put them in grams and kilograms as well. So that's going to be the new thing. I don't know anything else about the Jubilee. I don't know why that was in the first line of this.
I don't know either.
It's like ketchup is good, and here's a story about something else, sauerkraut. I'm like, those two things I'm not sure how those two things came together, but there we go. We don't know everything.
I want to start celebrating all of my milestones as jubilees.
Oh, hey, yeah. Heidi's Jubilee is coming up in
August.
August.
It's going to be a tinfoil jubilee.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. So you think you can dance recently introduced a new panel of judges, and one has already been fired. Matthew Morrison has exited the show shortly after the season 17 premiere. So they've got some information on here. The Glee alum said he's no longer able to judge the competition fairly. So I don't know what that means, and I don't care. Next, I'm just going to be honest, because that doesn't impact me at all. Fresh off his highly publicized defamation trial with Amber Heard, Johnny Depp made a surprise appearance over the weekend at a Beck concert. Jeff Beck
saw that.
in England. He joined Beck on stage to perform their 2020 collab Isolation, a remake of John Lennon's 1970 song. The pair also performed a cover of Marvin Gaye's What's Going On and Jimi Hendrix's Little Wing. In addition to his film career, Depp is a notable guitarist and a member of a band called Hollywood Vampires, alongside Alice Cooper and Joe Perry. The Depp sighting came 2 days after delivering closing arguments in his $50 million defamation case against ex-wife Amber Heard. Hadn't heard about that. Was that in the news at all?
It must have been. I
must have
really
missed
didn't
it.
know anything about it.
Every second post on Facebook. How did I not? All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. And it's definitely ice cream season. And here's a whole bunch of ice cream stuff. Most people, by the way, I think we read this, most people have ice cream 40 times over the course of the summer. So here's some ice cream highlights, Heidi.
Okay.
Olive oil chocolate eggplant. It's Grove and Vine olive oil and baked eggplant slices improbably blended with dark chocolate ice cream.
Ew.
Yeah, so that's apparently one that people are saying, oh, hey, that's really good. How about this one? Cardamom lemon jam ice cream made by churning cardamom-infused milk, I don't even know what that is, into ice cream. Swirls of sugary lemon preserve yields chewy, candy-like fragments. I just gained a pound reading that. Pandan, Pandan. This elegant elixir takes its deep green color from herbaceous tropical pandan leaves.
Herbaceous. Herbaceous.
Can I leave this? Is it too late to turn back?
This particular list of ice creams might be above your pay grade.
Yeah, it's not the typical 32 flavors. Another one, all-inclusive, or is it 31 flavors? I don't even know. All-inclusive is another ice cream. It's called a rice pudding ice cream packed with aromatic plantain segments and mango gelée, G-E-L-E, with a thing over the top of it.
This all sounds pretentious and awful.
Let's find another one here. Mrs. Robinson's Neighborhood. Summer squash ice cream. What?
Ew. Are they trying to just make people throw up?
Textured with zucchini breadcrumbs.
Ew.
Spiced with pickled ginger.
Ew.
None of that. Who came up with it? How high were they when they came up with that? Okay, guacamole ice cream. What? Some spices are added to the avocado
have to be a joke
to evoke a guacamole flavor. And we've got one last thing here, and then we are moving on forever, never, ever even looking back. And
I'll never mention this
deny
again.
I even read any of this. Breakfast trash. It's got Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, and Corn Pop cereals infused into a malty vanilla base, further ruined with Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles. Did I say ruined? I mean flavored.
Out of all of them, though,
I would try
that's
that.
probably the only one I would
Same here.
say, I'll try this one.
All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today, Phil Rosenthal. He is the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond, but he's also the creator of Somebody Feed Phil, and he's a genius. Yeah, he gets paid to go around the world and eat food, and we watch it on Netflix. Phil, you're a genius.
I'm not going to say I'm a genius. I'm going to say I'm the luckiest guy you're ever going to talk to.
So season 5 is on Netflix. You got a new book coming out as well. When did all this stuff get started, Phil?
The original season was on PBS. That was the first iteration of the show. It was called I'll Have What Phil's Having, and you can still find that on Amazon and iTunes if you want. 6 episodes there. And then we moved over to Netflix, and it was just phenomenal. Everywhere I go on Earth now, people know the show because Netflix is all over the world.
And what year was the very first episode then?
I think it came on 2016, I think.
So
it took me about 10 years to get the show. They don't just hand these things out. You got to prove yourself a little bit. You got to do little experiments and, take yourself on the phone at first and maybe get a gig doing one, taking that around and showing people. And I was rejected by almost everywhere. This was before Netflix even existed. And PBS picked it up. So I was very grateful to them. And then here comes Netflix.
I love that. Now, how in the world did you deal with things in 2020? For people who don't know, you travel around the world and eat exotic foods. That doesn't work well in a COVID world.
Well, that's why it's been a year and a half since you've seen the last season. Obviously, COVID was a giant factor, and we couldn't travel right away. And we filmed these episodes in the sweet spot between Delta and Omicron. That's when we were able to go. And then Omicron hit, and there was one place that got Omicron so bad that we had to cancel the night before we were going to go. And we substituted another city in America for that.
Do you have destinations you'd like to go, like maybe a wish list?
Yeah, most of the world. We've only done 30 of these, right? Stretched out over 5 seasons. There's a whole big part of the world we haven't been to yet. I haven't been to India yet. Not only not on the show, but in my life I haven't been. And I really want to get there.
So what is that process like? How do you find the places? Do people submit those to you, or you just kind of point at a map and go?
We have tourism boards calling us and saying, please come. Because I guess the show is somewhat good for business.
Absolutely.
And that makes me very happy because all I'm trying to do is to get you to travel. And I use food and my stupid sense of humor to kind of lead the way in. But the real message of the show is how wonderful travel is, not just for the world, but for you. It's the most mind-expanding thing we can do in life. You gain something when you travel that's priceless, which is a new perspective on life that you take home with you. It is truly life-changing, and it was for me when I was in my early 20s and I traveled for the first time. It totally changed my life. And I realized that every spare dollar that I would have that didn't go to rent or food at home was going to be for this, for travel, for these experiences, because they've made my life so much better.
And something else that I'm sure probably made your life a whole lot better is you created this little program called Everybody Loves Raymond. That show did all right, didn't it?
That was good, too.
I love it. So how did that program come about anyway?
I was a writer in Hollywood. I wrote other people's sitcoms. And the way it works is there'll be comedians who are looking for people to create shows for them, right? And then as a writer, you're looking for talent to write for. And so I had seen this comedian, Ray Romano, on David Letterman's show. He did 6 minutes as a stand-up comedian. And from those 6 minutes, David Letterman said there should be a sitcom for this guy. And they started looking for writers. And I met with Ray, and we hit it off. And for every story he had about his crazy Italian family, I had one about my crazy Jewish family. And I based it on his actual home life, meaning he really did have twin boys and an older daughter. He really did have parents who lived close by, if not right across the street. His older brother lived with them and was a police officer and was jealous of Raymond and would say, everybody loves Raymond. And I said, well, that seems like the setting of a show. And what I didn't know about the personalities of these people, I filled in with the personalities from my family.
Well, it was the perfect fit, and I think the whole world knows that everybody loves Raymond. And now we all need to know that somebody needs to feed Phil. Again, it's on Netflix. Phil Rosenthal has been our guest. Phil, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
Again, Phil Rosenthal, Somebody Feed Phil. It's available now on Netflix. Season 5 just came out. You can watch them all. I'll put a link to all the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Given the choice, mice prefer sweets and carbs over cheese. So saying if you put
Really?
cheese in one trap and sweets or carbs in another, those would be the busy traps.
Me too, mice.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Jesse James issued his own press releases.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm wanted, and here's why I'm wanted. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Chinese words for crisis and opportunity are the same exact words. Interesting.
That does not surprise me.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Due to gravitational effects, you weigh slightly less when the moon is directly overhead. That's when I should be doing my weigh-in. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Lightning has not brought down a plane since 1963 due to engineering that lets electric charges of lightning run right through the plane, and it doesn't affect it anymore.
I see.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It takes 400 cocoa beans to make 1 pound of chocolate. So that's a whole lot of cocoa beans.
That
400.
is.
And it's cocoa, C-A-C-A-O. So it's not cocoa, it's Kyoko.
Cacao.
I'm moving on so they don't know I'm an idiot. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! Brought to you by Mintervention.com. Here's your question, Heidi. 60% of Uber drivers say this is one of the worst things you can do when they give you a ride. What do you think it is? What is the worst thing you can do? It's something you would do to their car, by the way.
Something you would do to your car. I don't have any
Slam
idea.
the door. Yeah. 60% of Uber
I
drivers
would've
say
never
slamming your
guessed
door is the
that.
worst thing. Well, these Uber drivers have never ridden with somebody who was drunk because they do stuff that's way worse in the back
I was
seat.
going to say throw up.
Yeah. I know someone who did that, and they did that a short while, and they're like, 4 weeks, and I had to clean up vomit 4 times. I'm done with
Yeah,
this. So,
gross.
But they were mainly driving people home after bars. So
Yeah.
there you go. Mint Mobile Question of the Day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. All of these are records today. Guinness World Records, the man with the most squares tattooed on his body, 848, has added a few more. Matt Gaughan was awarded the title in 2014, and he also has ink on his tongue and his eyeballs.
Ew.
Ugh. Most painful spot, according to him, the nose. Now he's got 20 to 30 more tattoos.
That
since
actually
then.
surprises me.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you that the nose would be?
Yeah, I suppose. California man put his love for spicy food to the limit when he broke a world record, downing 3 Carolina Reaper chilies in 8.72 seconds.
That must be impressive. I'm
apparently,
not sure what those are.
And a British man spent 36 hours rocking back and forth on a swing set to break the Guinness World Record. 51-year-old Richard Scott Kinrow started swinging at 6:10 a.m., and he kept swinging for 36 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah, broke the record of 34 hours, which was set in 2020.
Whoa.
Now, I'm going to clear my plans for the weekend. All right, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. These are stupid allergy questions. Apparently this time of year there's a lot of allergies,
Yes.
So these are what somebody came up with, the dumbest allergy questions. And I don't think any of these are real, because after I read them, I was like, oh, you got me again.
You
So-
do this a lot with these lists.
I know,
You
'cause
start
people-
reading them and you think, oh my gosh, this is going to be...
People know that I'm gullible. So here's the... Too late to turn back. Can I watch Charlie Brown if I'm allergic to peanuts? yeah, you
Oh,
can.
wow.
Am I allergic to romantic comedies? Because I always get watery eyes.
Okay.
What do I do if I'm allergic to allergy medications? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
That is a very good
If
question.
you're allergic to mussels, is it safe to go to the gym? Wrong kind of mussels. Do I sound cool when I say I'm a sneezy, faux cheesy? No. And the last one, stupid allergy questions. Hey, can I borrow your sleeve?
Ew.
Yeah, just dumb. That is the list. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Dolly Parton is the one who sent the quote today. Well, she didn't send it, but it was sent.
Right.
She said it. That's what I meant.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, she's not sending me anything, but she's saying stuff, and we're quoting her. I'm not offended by blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb. And I also know I'm not blonde. So,
Oh, that's
Dolly
cute.
Parton. Adorable. It's your quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Time now for some good news brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. A blind girl has amazed doctors after regaining her sight and curing herself of what's usually a lifelong brain condition. Evie Mae Gertz was registered blind a few months old when she was just a baby, a few months old, when her head started to swell a few months later. Doctors discovered she had a thing called hydrophalacius, the buildup of fluid in your brain. The pressure inside her head was 32 times the normal level.
Okay.
Doctors warned while they could help relieve the pain and the buildup, the damage to her brain was probably already done. Her sight would be gone forever, and she'd likely never learn to walk or talk. Well, against all odds, not only did her sight return when she was a toddler, she learned to walk, she learned to talk. Wondrously, her hydrocephalus disappeared completely last year. Usually, this is a condition which cannot be cured and forever requires shunts to drain the fluid from that area. Evie Mae is now a thriving 7-year-old. She lives without shunts, and she's at the top of her class, and she can see perfectly without glasses.
So what did she do? What did
I
they do?
don't know. It doesn't really say what they did or what she did. Up here it said that she
Cured herself.
Cured herself.
But how could a toddler cure herself? So
I don't know.
Well, it would be helpful to know what it was that she did so other people could do this if they're suffering with that disability.
Let me reply to the good news. Hey, thanks for the good news. Where's the rest of it? Question mark. Yeah, I don't have the rest of the story, but it is an amazing story. And one of the things that I'll tell you, had a chance to talk with the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And one of the things that in that book, there was a story about a person who was told that they would never walk. And this person decided, I'm going to walk. And when the doctors were saying, you're not going to walk, this kid and the kid's parents went through a really strict, really painful process. Every single night had to have his legs tied to basically boards. And, really hard stuff that they went through. And that person, I think, went on to be like a hockey player. So it was a really cool. Sometimes when doctors tell you can't do it, there are some people who go, oh, yeah, watch me.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a cool story. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.